Hello guys, it's me, Greed here. Just quickly before the video starts, I'm looking for a duo. I literally don't care about your rank, if you're good or bad. I don't care. Just don't be a child. That is literally it. Do not be a child. DM me on Discord. Just go on my server and click on my little profile guy on the right side and DM me. That's it. Anyway, I want to talk about your rank today and what it means, right? Because you would assume, oh, I'm whatever display rank the game is telling me I am. I'm uranium 75. You know what I'm talking about? And you'd be like, wow, I'm that good, right? It's a lie. It's all a lie. It's a complete facade. It's bogus. It's bananas. It's lentil soup. Let me tell you, that shit is not real. Okay, and obviously it's not real. It's a video game. But you would assume, oh, I'm in diamond. I queue up into a diamond game. I get diamond level players. Right? That would make sense, right? And then by that logic, you would assume if you queued into this ranked game, then it would be pretty safe to assume that you'd be able to know the general ranking of what the game is going to be like, how the game is going to feel, right? If you've got plats and diamonds in the same game, you're going to understand that people are generally speaking going to be playing the game to a platinum or diamond level, and that you shouldn't really expect any skill outside of that range, right? It would be weird to see like a plat diamond game and go, someone might be playing like a bronze player, someone might be playing like a top 500 player. That would be weird to assume. You would generally say the average skill level should be about the rank displayed here. Now, let's do that similar principle for this game here. Now, that rank range is absolutely fucking absurd. Diamond 3 to GM4 is absolutely crazy. Now, this was in 6v6, so that means we're in a top 80 lobby. There's a top 80 player in this game if he's GM4, or around that anyway. And then again, you would be able to safely assume that the general skill level of this game should be about as displayed. Some people are going to be playing like diamond players, some people are going to be playing like grandmaster players, maybe there's some master players. No, obviously that's a pretty wide range, so no one's going to be consistent, but you would be able to assume that that game between diamond 4, whatever it was, and GM4 will play differently and will be higher quality than the plat to diamond game, right? That makes sense? The game with the average higher skill ranking should be a higher quality game of Overwatch than the plat to diamond one, right? We're on the same page? Tell me why that shit's a lie then. That is not true. Both of these games were quite literally identical. Now, you could obviously say that's partially going to be in part due to the fact that the GM game had such a wide ranking that maybe the GM player just made the diamond players look way worse, and therefore it made the match quality seem a lot worse than it was. That's absolutely a fair assessment. But this could be applied to anything, whether it be my gold games on one account, or my plat games on another account, or my diamond games on another account. Generally speaking, they are really not that different. Like, a full gold game and a full diamond game, right? That's average player, top 50th percentile, versus like better than top 10%. I'm pretty sure diamond is lower than 10% of game population now. So let's say, we'll just say 10% for argument's sake. A top 10% lobby where everyone in that game should be in the top 10th percentile of players. They should be better than 90% of the people playing the game. That you would be safe to assume that those players are quite substantially better at the game than those 50th percentile gold players, right? And they absolutely are. But you wouldn't look at one game and say, yeah, that's definitely a diamond game, and that other game is definitely a gold game. You would absolutely look at these games and go, yeah, that lobby right there, that's a gold game. And that other lobby, that's like a high gold game. They look the fucking same. There's really not a big difference, especially in 6v6. What they did was, they just ported over everyone's open queue rank because it's literally just open queue rank with a different rule set, basically. So your rank in it is the same. So if you're a GM open queue player, when the population is so low that getting GM is a lot easier, and now that the population is massive, you can be so overinflated in rank, and the rank is so fucked. Like, for the first 2 weeks of 6v6, half the top 500 players were plat and diamond, and it was a mess, because the only people in GM for the first 2 weeks genuinely were gold, right? Were gold players. It was bizarre. The lower in rank you got in 6v6, the better the players got, because none of them play open queue. And it's a similar thing to this day, right now. If you queue up for a 6v6 game and you get in a Grandmaster lobby, no bullshit, it's really not that much better than a plat lobby in role queue. Really, it's like a diamond lobby. They're the same thing. Genuinely, they're not that different. And sometimes you'll get the occasion where there is a really high ranked player, genuinely who's good at the game, in the lobby. But I would say 90% of the people I run into, diamond and above, are like gold level ranked players. They are not good at all. And I don't know why that is, because the queue times are so fucking obscenely long in this mode for some reason, that it doesn't make any sense to me that you have insanely high queue times. The match quality's dog shit. All the ranks are inflated and deflated at the same time. And you're giving me rank ranges between low diamond and mid GM. Like that would be like putting a diamond player in a top 50 lobby. It's literally the same thing. I don't know why it's doing it. But yes, people are gonna say player population is low. That's probably maybe true. I don't know. But honestly, my 5v5 queues are substantially longer than my 6v6 ones, and my 6v6 ones are bordering on so long that I'm really not playing the game that much anymore. So that's how bad it is. I think it's Stadium. Now, I don't play a lot of 5v5, so I've probably only got like 5 games or whatever where I'm like, the queue times are really long. But you would assume that the queue times shouldn't actually be that fucked. Like, player numbers right now shouldn't be that bad. And maybe it's like I said the other day with the queue times thing, like, the player population is split between all the modes. But if the player population is split between all the modes, that still doesn't explain to me why the difference between a top 50 Grandmaster player in the 6v6 mode is really not that different in skill than the average plat 1 guy that I play against. They're borderline the same player, right? The skill disparity is really not that big. And you would kind of assume, like, that seems a little absurd, because Grandmaster right now is like 0.25% of the game's population or something, and you're comparing that with a guy who's top 40%, right? He's slightly above average, and those two players are somehow comparable in skill to some degree, right? I get a lot of these games with these huge ranges between like mid-GM and diamond. It's pretty common, and you also get a lot where it's like mid-diamond to gold, right? It's just the same thing over and over again, and the match quality between those games, really not that different. Genuinely not that different. And anyone playing the 6v6 mode will probably agree with me. They'll go, yeah, I've been in a GM to Diamond 5 game. It felt like every other game I'd played. And I've also been in a mid-gold to Diamond game, and, well, it also felt exactly the fucking same as the other game. Maybe in the GM game has one player that's, like, slightly better than everyone else, and that's just kind of it. But it's not like if you go back to Overwatch 1 and you put one Grandmaster player in a gold game, it was just unfathomable domination. Even in a diamond game, it just wasn't even remotely close. And now here we are in Participation Award Overwatch 2, where all the fucking heroes are baby brain dead mode, and you don't need a brain to play any of them, and you don't really need good mechanics to play any of them. Just pick your character, push your fucking buttons, and win the game. Oh, they're on this character, I'm counter-picking you and pushing my buttons, there's nothing you can do. And so it's just led to such a stupendous amount of rank inflation, on top of the fact that they ported over all the ranks from open queue, that genuinely the 6v6 match quality is comically bad. It's legitimately worse than quick play. If you're looking for a casual Overwatch experience, play it in the fucking 6v6 mode, because I don't know what's going on. It's weird though, because I'll have times where I'll queue up 30-second queue, next game 20-second queue, next game maybe it's a minute long, next game 30-second queue, next game 15 minutes, game after that 35 minutes, game after that 15 seconds. It makes no sense. The queue times are seemingly completely random. Genuinely no idea. They flip-flop between being instant and forever. I couldn't tell you why it's doing that. No fucking idea. Also, this mode is absolutely stuffed with people stacking. There are so many huge groups in this mode, which is generally fine. And it's not like annoying to play against or anything. It's fun to actually play against people that are coordinated. But you would think with the amount of stacking going on, that might be affecting the queue times, right? Because if everyone is queuing as a 6-stack, the solo queue players are less likely to get in a game, do you know what I mean? Or maybe the 4 stacks are less likely to get in a game because everyone's in a group that no one can fill their 2 slots or whatever. So there's probably a bit of that going on. There's a lot of fucky stuff going on with all of the modes right now in general. Quick play queue times are insane. Like 10 minutes for a game of quick play that ends in 3 minutes on some maps is absolutely absurd. And then you've got situations where you're queuing into ranked and the skill, like the ranked range is fucking mid GM to low diamond, and it plays like a gold game. It's just bizarre. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the matchmaking right now. It's probably not the worst it's ever been. I think like Season 8 and below had genuinely some of the worst matchmaking I've ever seen in my entire life. At least with this matchmaking, it's gotten to the point where it's actually remotely playable, because not that it's good, but at least you're getting in games in under like 5 minutes most of the time in ranked. If you're like an average player, like back then when it was really bad, you were looking at the worst match quality you've ever seen ever. There was the skill discrepancy in those games was absurd, and you were also comparing that to the fact the average queue time for a gold player was like 10 minutes. It was fucking atrocious. At least now I'm in a game usually in 30 seconds in diamond. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes though. No idea why. But yeah, that's been my experience with this mode so far. I love it. It's so much better than 5v5. When I play a couple of games of 5v5, genuinely, I'm like, I don't know how I played this format for so many years. It's actually horrible. I can't believe people are still actively choosing to play 5v5. But it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, like I said at the start of the video, I need a new duo, so message me on Discord and come play with me. As long as you're not a child, then I don't care. You know what I mean? Just DM me and we'll see what happens, you know. I love you. Have a good day. Have a good day. Eat your vegetables. Tell a family member that you appreciate them, and praise the Lord. I don't know. Goodbye. Have a good day. Have a good day. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.